Live from Studio B and KPRC 2. Houston Live starts now.
We are so excited. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Houston Live from Sam Houston Race Park in Northwest Houston, where a brand new season of racing is about to begin. I'm Derek Shore.
And I'm Courtney Savala. It is so great to be out here. And the first race of the 2023 season starts in less than 5 minutes. What a great day to take a road trip today, right? We are here for all the action and to get you up to speed on all that's new here at the park. Of course, let's talk about the location. If you don't know where it is, you should. It's 290 and the Beltway, about a half an hour drive from downtown Houston. I had to tell you, it was less than 20 for me. It was fantastic.
It was about 20 for me, and I came from downtown, and I was going the speed limit, by the way. Hey, not just horse racing here at the park, months of family events in March. More on that later on in the show. Some unexpected surprises happen on this track, Courtney.
That is right. You know, we have some new start time. Of course, racing begins at 1 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays this year. It's a change from previous years. And the horses and the riders, as you could see just moments ago, were getting into their gates behind us and getting ready for that very first race. To post time is at 1:05.
1:05 p.m. And I've got to say, Courtney, this is not only just the perfect, beautiful day out here at the park, but for many people here in Houston and for many families, this truly is a tradition. It's a great way. Bring the family out, get a great cocktail, have a nice meal. Such a fun family event to enjoy. And listen, if you're like me and you are not an expert in horse racing or even the betting process, really, everyone is welcome here at Sam Houston Race Park. And if you've never been, it's a great time to get on out here and make some brand new memories.
That is right. You know, coming up on today's show, we're taking you inside the world of live racing right here in Houston. We're going to see how the horses and their teams prepare on a day like today, race day. We're going to go behind the scenes, inside the barns and the saddling paddock, then get a feel for the energy as they make their way out to the crowd and the starting gates. I will tell you, the parade that happens right behind us here on this track is really phenomenal.
Yeah, and when those gates do open, you'll want to be sure to keep an eye on this man right here, Stuart Elliott, a Kentucky Derby winner. He will race right here at Sam Houston Park today, and we're going to get to know him, find out how he has managed to stay on top of his game, winning, get this, more than 5,000 horse races over the course of his career.
He's had an incredible career and running 2 races today along with that opening race day. So it'll be unbelievable to catch up with him as well. And keeping the crowd on top of every move is Nick Tamero. He's calling the races above us in the announcer booth today. I'm always fascinated with the horse racing announcers. It's truly a feat in and of itself, right? So how do you become a horse racing announcer? We're going to chat with Nick about his unusual path to the booth and his personal connection to this track right here behind us. You know, it's the fastest 2 minutes in sports, and you have to really be, your mouth has to be warmed up. I mean, I'm fascinated by it. You think hockey is fast? No, ma'am.
It's true. He speaks very quickly. His reflexes are very, very fast. Of course, betting is a huge draw as well. You can place, hold, win, trifecta. If it all seems a bit intimidating, have no fear. Lauren Kelly is breaking it all down for us. She's going to take us to school, Courtney, a little betting 101. And I'm so glad she's doing this because I could use a little bit of a refresher. And we made our own pick in today's lineup, Courtney.
That's right. You know, Lauren gave us a few pointers, and you know, we love a good Houston Life challenge. We placed our own wagers on the very first race. We're going to see which one of us goes home a winner. Some of the fun names in this first race, we have Vizilla, Color Me Gone, Thoroughly Uptown, and I chose Color Me Gone.
Color Me Gone.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Color Me Bad, Courtney.
No, I know. That's why I went with it, because I do love me some Color Me Bad. An 8-1 odd there.
I chose Vizilla. All right, and it is just about 1:05 p.m. right now. So in just moments, you're going to see these gates open. And to our viewers watching at home or at work, wherever you're joining us today, we're going to hear Nick Tamero announcing this race so you can get a feel for how all the action will go down here on the track.
That is right. We're looking at the gate here, and the horses are getting in their positions. We have 7 horses for this very first race of the beginning of the 2023 season here at Sam Houston Race Park. I think we still have maybe one trying to get in. It's hard to see from my vantage point here on our screen. We're dealing with a lot of sunlight here. Yeah, we're getting one more horse in there to post up, I believe.
And Courtney, as you mentioned, this sport moves very quickly. There's a lot of excitement. There's about 20 minutes between each race. So this is the very first race, again, of the brand new 2023 season. And what's great about the way these races are spaced out is you have a moment to feel and enjoy the excitement of that quick race, and then you have a moment to sort of breathe and relax and recover for the next round.
There's a lot of spectators out here enjoying this beautiful weather as we get ready for this very first race to get underway. And I have to tell you, families are here. Everyone's really enjoying it. The bars are open. The restaurants are open. It's really a fantastic day.
And there's something for everyone, not a bad seat in the house. So whether you choose to watch the races from where you're seeing these folks enjoying the race right now on this gorgeous day, you can be out here, you can get a front row seat essentially to the track, or you can step inside and you can sit in one of the dining areas. You can sit at the bar. Courtney, we're going to have to do that.
Here we go.
Early Uptown broke well. RB Bester has speed from between rivals, and Vizilla SV moves up to scrimmage with RB Bester in the opening furlong. Along the inside comes Blazing Star AA with speed. It's a couple of lengths then to Thoroughly Uptown, outside of Consequently, down on the rail, Color Me Gone MHF, and the trailer is Aaron MHF as they make their way down the back stretch. Blazing Star AA has grabbed a fractional lead between horses Vizilla SV. RB Bester spies those two from third. It's a couple of lengths then to Thoroughly Uptown, racing in fourth, just behind that trio battling. Consequently has come under some pressure. Color Me Gone MHF and Aaron MHF is looking to wind up from the back of the pack. They're making their way down the side of the track. So far, the 3-prong battle has become a 2-prong battle. On the front end, we have Blazing Star AA and RB Bester. They are matching strides past the quarter pole. Thoroughly Uptown, consequently in the midst of a rally. Aaron MHF is wide as the field turns to face the Friday crowd. Off the turn, Blazing Star AA has assumed command and begins to edge clear. RB Bester is a stubborn foe on the outside and fights on. Farther back, Aaron MHF looking to mount a late charge. Blazing Star AA is inside the final 16th of a mile with a 1-length lead. Aaron MHF coming with a flying finish. Blazing Star AA needs that wire. RB Bester, Aaron MHF, Blazing Star AA all the way. Then came RB Bester, Aaron MHF, consequently, Color Me Gone MHF, Thoroughly Uptown, and Vizilla SV. One down.
One down, as we just heard Nick Tamero calling the very first race of the very first season. Derek, we got some work to do on our horse bait.
Blazing Star AA. Neither of us bet on Blazing Star AA. By the way, Nick had a very unconventional path to the booth. He and his families were regulars here at the park. The park was short an announcer, so Nick said, hey, I will fill in. And guess what? It turns out everyone loved him, and that became his gig. He did a great job, as you just heard in that very first race. But folks, even though that first race is over, the fun has just begun, and we have all kinds of action coming to you this afternoon on Houston Life.
Okay, and you mentioned you've been on this dirt before, huh?
You know, I have. Years ago, I had just moved to Houston, and I came out to Sam Houston Race Park, and they said, well, do you want to ride a horse? So, of course, I said, yes, why not? And, you know, let's just say, I can't believe we even have footage of this. I don't even remember seeing this. You know, why are you laughing?
Because hey, I can only imagine what was going through your head in this moment.
I was like, please don't fall off. Please don't fall off.
Oh, my gosh. I love it, Derek. That's awesome.
Listen, I almost look like I know what I'm doing, even though the horse is running across the track.
The horse is very scared.
Listen, not as scared as I was. It all worked out.
Cheers to you, my friend. I don't know who delivered these, but the Finish Line Bar inside, they make some great signature cocktails.
I think it was our coworker Mecca who brought these cocktails down from Brad up at the bar. Again, not a bad seat in the house. How's the cocktail?
It's delicious.
What is it?
So
What'd you get?
I think this is a Paloma, if I remember correctly. It's
Mine's
very
a margarita.
Good. Oh, it's so yummy. Listen, the fun is just beginning out here at Sam Houston Race Park. Still to come, we're going to learn the history behind this beautiful race park, including why a picture of Patrick Swayze hangs inside one of the luxury suites.
It's a good story. Also, thoroughbred racing is probably what you picture when you think of the track, but really there are all kinds of other races as well. Did you know you can watch ostriches, camels, wiener dogs, even astronauts race at Sam Houston Race Park? It is all true. I am not joking about this, Courtney. And we're going to tell you more about it when Houston Life returns right after this. Happy brand new season of racing here at Sam Houston Race Park. We're going to be back right after this. Cheers. Welcome back to Houston Life. We are spending the afternoon at Sam Houston Race Park, where the 2023 racing season has just kicked off in pretty exciting fashion. That was fun, Courtney.
It was super fun. Race 1 already down, and the thoroughbreds are here for the next few months, but there's more to this park than just horse racing. We have joining us now Frank Hoff, Assistant General Manager to the park, to give us a look at everything coming up this year. Thanks so much for joining us and inviting us out today. What a beautiful day to be out here.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better day, and I really appreciate you guys coming on out and enjoying our opening day of thoroughbred racing this year.
It is really great, and I love this because the crowd is here. It's a perfect day in this January. The park opened up in 1994, and I think the vision here was always, obviously, horse racing, but there's so much more here to offer.
Yeah, so when the track opened up in 1994, obviously there was, the events, the entertainments, we've done concerts through the years, and obviously the ability to maybe get some more gambling in Texas. We haven't got there yet, but we've tried to do a lot of different things here at the track throughout the years, and things have worked well, and here we are again, still going in our 30th season.
Frank, it truly is incredible that 1994, for some of us, it feels like just a few years ago, right? But when you step back and realize that was nearly 30 years ago, you've had families coming here, you've had friends coming here for a very, very long time, creating new memories. And when we walked through this morning, you can tell that some people are very serious about the betting. A lot of people, come to the track regularly, but truly everyone is welcome here.
Yes, it's all ages are welcome to come out. Obviously racing's a little bit more for the families. They like to see the horses and stuff like that. But we're open up year round, and we've got our serious players that are here every day, and they're betting on the races, and they get loud, they get happy, they get a little upset. It's always something interesting here every day at work.
That's what horse racing's all about, right? It's ups and downs. Let's talk about what we teased here right before the break, which was this connection with Patrick Swayze. He grew up, and his mom's dance studio was not too far from here, over in sort of the Oak Forest area. Yep. He went to Waltrip High School. What was his connection here?
So before I got here, I've been here 20 years, but before he got here, we'd had a picture up in our suite level of Patrick Swayze, and I said, why is there a picture of Patrick Swayze here? It didn't make sense, but he actually owned Arabians that ran here at Sam Houston Race Park.
Really?
So yeah, so he was owners of the Arabians, of the horses that just ran, and he raced here while he was here.
Fantastic.
That is an incredible, we love seeing that photo, an incredible memory. All right, let's talk about some of the events here, because it's not just about the horses. You guys have some fun.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of things coming up this season. Obviously the new post times and race dates, it's a little different for even us. I know the customers as well. But end of this month, we have our Houston Racing Festival, which is our largest day and biggest day of racing. We get some of the top horses from the country come into town, so that's always a good day. And then when we get into March, we're going to do a lot more family fun activities, because obviously today's a very nice day, but when we get to March, hopefully it's a little bit nicer consistently. And we're going to do some family fun days on Sundays with petting zoos and kid-friendly activities, and maybe some microbrews here for the adults to have a good time. And then when we get into mid-March, we're going to do our camel and ostrich racing.
Okay, so who's on those? Anybody?
So basically the ostriches, we need jockeys.
Okay.
They're a little crazy. But the camels, we can get anybody. You guys can come out and ride a camel if you
Courtney
like.
definitely is volunteering for that.
Okay, well, good. Well, I'll count you in at least one of the days.
Okay.
So we do camel and ostrich on Saturday and Sunday this year, which is different because usually we run them at night with the Friday and Saturday night cards.
Okay.
So that's during spring break, so we're looking forward to having big crowds out for that, which usually happens. And then the following week, we're going to have wiener dog races on the track again. And this will be moved to a Sunday, so that's, again, something new and exciting with the petting zoo and everything like that. And then the following week, March 25th, is Texas Champions Day. And that's a big day for Texas-bred thoroughbreds. And so that's always brings a good crowd out. And we're going to do something with Tunnels to Towers Foundation of First Responders Day and raise some money for them. And we're going to do something a little different this year. We're going to do the astronaut run. So we've got some inflatables, but if someone wants to dress up as an astronaut, you can certainly do that, and we'll let you guys run on the track. And we've got a special surprise. I think it's been announced. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this, but we will have the World Series trophy here on March 25th, too, from 12 to 2.
Fantastic.
So the Astros were great to work with us again with that. So we're trying to make that a big day, and that will kind of sum up the thoroughbred meet.
Well, Frank Hoff, there are all kinds of fun things here for the whole family. Admission just $5. You do have to be 21 to place a bet. But thanks so much for having us out here today.
Well, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your day and maybe win a couple bucks here.
You know what?
Heck
We're
yeah.
hoping. First race down, not so good, but we're going to work on it.
We're learning. We're trying.
Got 8 more to go.
Exactly. Frank, thank you so much. You can get all of the event details on the Sam Houston Race Park website, and that is shrp.com.
All right, still to come on this very special edition of Houston Life. Whether you are winning or losing, don't feel too bad. How about a cocktail?
A loser cocktail?
Always, even losers can drink, right? So after the break, we're going to check out a brand new lineup of delicious cocktails at the Finish Line Bar.
Listen, it is a bird's eye view of this track as well. And next, new to horse racing like us, no worries, Lauren Kelly is here to help us all win big with a primer on how to bet.
How you can learn how to bet here at Sam Houston Race Park. That's coming up. All the tips and tricks you're going to need to place those bets is coming up next. Watch this. I'd like to place my bet, please.
Welcome back to Houston Live, coming to you from Sam Houston Race Park, where live thoroughbred racing is underway, and so is the 2023 season.
I can't believe it's already here. The first race of 2023 finished just about 10 minutes ago, and Courtney and I tried our hand at picking the winner. It didn't go so well.
Listen, I just went on based on the name, like how it spoke to me.
That's what I did.
I know.
Okay.
Well, we're going to
try
have to
again.
we need to learn a few more tricks here. If you want to get in on the action but are intimidated by the betting process when it comes to horse racing, Lauren Kelly is helping us out with a lesson in Betting 101.
Well, Sam Houston Race Park, they've got the horses, but do you know how to make bets on them? That's why we have brought in the big guns today to get the appropriate lesson in Betting 101. Nick Tamaro, thank you for joining us. You are the announcer here, and you are apparently the person that I need to get some lessons from for betting.
Apparently, I've got a big job on my hands, but I'm going to do my best.
Who told you? Who told you? I did hear that there are 2 ways that people can bet once they're here, right?
There are. Once you're here, you bring your cash to either a self-service machine or a live teller, and you can fire away.
Okay, one thing that you gotta know, it's cash only, so you gotta bring the cash.
Yes.
And you gotta bring the fun, right?
That's it.
Well, let's go find
Sometimes the cash and the fun go hand in hand.
All right, let's go find it. So, Nick, we are here at the machine, which looks completely automated, right?
Yes, it is completely automated, can handle your cash. It can also take a voucher depending on if you purchased one with a teller.
Okay, so we're gonna start from the beginning because I don't know anything about betting here. What is the first thing that you do once you come up to the machine?
Take your cash and load it right into here. What that's going to do is create a balance on the machine from which you can bet. So you're going to load up your 20 bucks.
Loading it up,
Send it in.
Right, send it on in.
And
All
that
right,
is going to show up
let's triple
here
our money today.
in the form of a balance.
Okay.
And then you can bet from there. So now you have a balance of $20. The options that you're given are all the tracks that are available on that particular day.
Okay.
Obviously, when Sam Houston is racing live, the first option is going to be Sam Houston. You would click that given racetrack.
Okay.
You'd see the list of names of the horses come up on the left.
Okay.
And that would start your process, which would include...
Totes my goats.
It would include, exactly. And some of them you're going to find very funny and some of them more intriguing than others. But it'll give you the opportunity to determine how much you want to bet, what you want to bet, and then let you either print your ticket or make another wager.
When it comes to verbiage and things like that, other than horses' names and entering bet amounts, is there something that people need to know absolutely when they go to make a bet on a horse?
I think the important thing to know is that the minimum wager on win, place, and show bets is $2.
Okay.
So those are wagers that have to do with horses that finish first, second, or third.
Okay.
Then there's then a variety of exotic bets that involve the horses finishing first, second, and third, even as far down as first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. We didn't make a bet fast enough, so of course they don't want you clogging up the window, Lauren. You got to make a bet a lot faster than that.
That means I didn't lose.
You
right?
didn't lose, exactly. This time you took money out.
So Nick, let's wrap this up here and let's go to the actual teller who can show us the other way to bet.
Absolutely.
Okay, come on, let's go. So Nick, we have taken our voucher from the machine, and now the other way that we can make bets here is in person with the teller.
Yes, if you have any desire to see a pretty smiling face, then you're going to head to the window and use a teller to make your wagers, just like you would there, but you're going to call out your bets instead.
And this is actually a little bit more helpful maybe if you need some guidance on what kind of bet or how much to bet or what to bet on.
Yes,
can they help
absolutely.
you with those things?
They can. Our tellers are efficient and friendly and also know to be particularly patient with what could be some newcomers during live racing, so feel free to utilize that.
So if I were to take this cash voucher from that machine that we had moved over here, I can hand it to the teller.
Yes.
And we can just make our bets as so. She'll take that, and then does something pop up here for us?
Yes, you're going to know that you have $20 from which you can bet,
Okay.
or you can ask for cash. You can do either of those two. In this case, making a wager, what you're going to do is call out the racetrack that you want to bet, which is going to be Sam Houston
Race Park.
If it's the upcoming race or another race later on in the evening, so assuming it's the upcoming race.
Okay.
And then you're going to make your bet. So we'll say $2 to win on the 4.
On the 4 with Totes McGoats. I don't call the horse out, do I?
No, you don't need to, luckily. Tellers just use numbers. So what's going to happen then is your ticket's going to print out.
Okay.
And you're going to have that as your record for your bet.
Okay, you take it, you watch the race, then do I come back to the teller to cash out?
If you win.
Okay, I'm going to win. I'm for sure going to win. I'm putting it out there. Thank you so much. Oh, we've got some. Oh. She's giving me back $18 because I bet $2 because that's the minimum. See, I learned that.
There you go.
My 18 plus 2 is 20, and I will take that, and that is a big win, you guys. Betting 101 made easy. Thank you so
Easy
much,
enough.
Nick. I appreciate that. I'm ready to go bet some more. Okay, let's bet this again.
Well, you know, Lauren's been doing all these new hobbies and habits for the new year. I have a feeling she's going to be here quite a bit.
And if anyone can come in and place the right bet and win a ton of money, it's going to be Lauren Kelly. My money's on Lauren Kelly. How about that?
I know. She's out. But listen, we have another race that we picked for.
We do. It's happening in just moments.
Yeah, moments away. So we'll see if we learned anything from her little tidbits there. I hope so.
I hope
I'd like
so
to
too.
win something.
We'll see.
All right. Well, coming up, we've got your behind-the-scenes pass to all things racing. First up, he's the voice calling all the high-speed action here on the track. We're going to go inside the booth with track announcer Nick Tamaro.
Also, Mel Camp takes us inside the horse barns where teams are busy getting ready for the next race. Mel?
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I made my way to the barn. I've made a new BFF. My secret is apples. I actually ate apples for breakfast, so I smell nice. But we are going to take a look at what it takes to prepare for a race that is coming up on Houston Life. Don't go away. Oh, horse cuddles are the best. Hi.
Welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney and Derek back with you, and we are at Sam Houston Race Park for the beginning of the 2023 season, and you are looking live. You were at the track there as we're getting ready for the second race of the season to begin.
And if you're just joining us and you've never been to Sam Houston Race Park, 290 and the Beltway, that's all you need to remember. This morning it took me just about 22 or 23 minutes to get here from the downtown area, and it really is a lovely getaway from the hustle and bustle of the everyday. A great place to come out and just relax and maybe win some money.
Absolutely, and we're seeing some of the action behind us. We have a horse and a trainer coming by here. Some of the races, the names for this race coming up, the second race for today, we have Wildcats Meow, Loopy Dude, and Iffy Assets Class.
Loopy Dude, I'm pretty sure that was my nickname in high school. Wildcats Meow, though, that is where I have put my money on this race. Who did you bet on?
I bet on Iffy Assets because I like the jockey.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
It could have been.
Iffy Assets. Okay, so we're gonna have a good time, and win or lose, it's still a good time. If you could name a horse, what do you think that name would be?
Oh, like what would my horse name be? Sparkly High Heels?
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
What would you name yours?
Like Salty Biscuits, maybe.
Salty Biscuits. I don't even want to know.
Is that a bad choice?
I don't even want to know. Was that your name in high school too?
I don't know, maybe.
Salty Biscuits.
Honestly, it's just the first thing I thought of. Well, as we mentioned, Nick Tamero is the announcer voice. When this next race starts, he is the voice you will hear. And I love his story because racing is really in his list of family traditions. He and his family used to come to the park and hang out here. And the fact that he has now landed this announcer gig is just great. And you can tell, you can hear the passion in his voice. And like you said, Courtney, the vocal warm-ups, in order to speak that quickly, he's got to do a lot of prep there.
And from his perch, as you're seeing above the track, he has one of the best views, but perhaps one of the toughest jobs. How does he keep the pace with the race? Enrique Ramirez met up with Nick to find out.
He's the voice of the race.
And they're on their way. Shaka-laka-laka hopped at the start. This is my favorite racetrack for a variety of reasons. I'm a Houstonian to the core, so I always take a lot of pride in anything that's ours.
It's been 6 months since Sam Houston Race Park track announcer Nick Tamero has entered this room, and the excitement has been building.
There's no script. There's no reading off of anything. It is all extemporaneous. It is all from memory. Summer Sangria sparring on the front end with Miss Aggie Bling. I think it's about sort of telling the story of the race, letting it unfold from the time they leave the gate to the time they hit the wire, being descriptive about what's going on.
Nick's setup is quite simple.
So what we have going on in here is a couple of TV screens that I'll use to assist me pre-race. No looking at the TV once they start running. That just alters your perspective way, way, way too much. And what you want to do is use binoculars to see them out on the racetrack.
Nick has only been the announcer here for a couple of years, but his roots are deep in this racetrack.
My late father took me here the second day the place was open, so I felt like I've been here pretty much since day one. That was 29 years ago. So I'll always take a lot of pride in this racetrack, and to have the opportunity to work here really is a privilege. Miss Aggie Bling grabs a short lead from Summer Sangria.
Now, when us fans are in the stands watching the races, we usually just focus on one horse. But for Nick, he has to focus on all the horses. Sometimes that can be a bit of a challenge.
The real danger is horses that look alike and their silks look alike. So announcers are using the silks that the jockeys wear to identify who they are. And there are a couple of sets of silks, and I of course admire and appreciate all the owners here at Sam Houston Race Park. There are a couple that are a little similar that if I could bend their ear a little bit, I'd say, hey, why don't you go with a lighter shade of pink or something like that, make my job a little bit easier.
And of course, we can't forget the names of the horses.
I think my all-time favorite was a thoroughbred that ran here last year named Woo-Hoo. So that was an easy one to remember. And we have a lot of horses, interestingly, that have the word bling in their name because we have a horse that named Too Much Bling who ran in Texas, and he's been a very prolific stallion. So we had a horse run named Pinky Ring Bling last year, and we have I'm a Bling, and so those kind of things. So anything with bling in it ends up being a lot of fun, and it really lends itself to a lot of bling bling type of calls. Miss Aggie Bling strikes the front late, and Miss Aggie Bling scores. I'll call the races here as long as they'll have me. And especially because I know my wife's going to watch this, I probably won't be looking for a job anywhere else.
We're not going to say, so we'll just go to break as planned.
Such a cool story to hear about Nick. And okay, Derek, it's time to pick another winner. Texas Ruby, Georgia Peach, or On the Bridle. But wait, those aren't horses. They're drinks. How will we ever choose? We're going to head inside to check out the new craft cocktails at the Finish Line Bar on Thursday.
Oh, I am too. Look, these cocktails are still kicking, right? Oh, wow. I've got some work to do to catch up with you. My goodness. Also, Milkamp was up at the crack of dawn for training with one of the nation's top riders. She'll give us a look inside the day of a jockey. That's when Houston Life returns right after this. Don't go away.
Nope, not quite set. Loopy dude still behind the gate, now backing off. Still time to get out.
Welcome back to Houston Life. We are live on location at Sam Houston Race Park. It has been a busy day here. We are seeing a recap of the race that just took place during that commercial break. And again, this is the second race of the brand new 2023 season.
Well, the fans are getting a great show on the track, but there's some action you don't get to see from the stands. Mel Camp is in the horse barns where the teams are prepping for the next race. Hi, Mel.
Hey guys, you know what? I'm calling this Race Village Houston because basically this is what it is and where I am here at the barns, behind the scenes. And if you take a look up the top there, can you see these little, we'll call them suites, not so luxury, 10 by 10, but this is where some of the people who work with the horses, exercise them, the grooms that look after them, they stay here during racing season. And trainers will move into a barn and they'll be here throughout the season that's happening here at Sam Houston Race Park. It's really cool. We're at Steve Asmussen's barn right now. He is one of the top trainers in the United States. He's had the most wins ever. And Stuart Elliott, an amazing jockey, rides for Steve during the Houston season, and I caught up with him really early in the morning to see what goes into training horses to get them ready for race day. Take a look at this.
A jockey's day starts early. At Sam Houston Race Park, training starts before sunrise. For champion jockey Stuart Elliott, meeting the sun on a racetrack somewhere across the country has been part of his morning routine for over 40 years. Another day in the office.
He's just breezing. He's gonna race. He's gonna race here sometime, but just like a maintenance work just to stay fit. Horses are just, you know, they train, you know, they're athletes. They have to be fit and conditioned. So we'll work them, you know, half a mile, 5/8 of a mile. We'll just get them ready and keep them fit, just maintenance works and things, just to keep them in shape for racing. What's up? How we doing, guys?
We chilling.
All these early starts are about getting ready for race day.
But yeah, we're good.
At this point in his career, Stuart has had over 34,000 starts.
You've won hundreds of millions of dollars throughout your career.
You'd have to look it up, but it's been because I've been doing it for so long, and I've been, won 5,000, over 5,000 now.
Kentucky Derby, you won that. How was that?
Oh, it was very good. It's kind of, you know, when we won the race, first of all, it's a thrill just to be there, you know, to be in that race, but to win it was like, I can't even explain it. I've been asked hundreds of times. It's just something I can't explain, the way that you feel.
Is it like every win, or is it different to the average win?
Oh, it's different. It's different, yeah. I mean, that's a special race.
It looks like a frantic dash out there when all the horses are racing, from the sidelines when we're watching. But what's going on in that mass of horses that are galloping along?
It's kind of more of a strategy. So pace is always on your mind. You know how fast you're going. Are you where you're supposed to be in the race? You try to get a position according to the horse you ride and the way the race plays out. It's not like you would think, like a mad dash and just go. There's a plan and there's a strategy.
And they all have different personalities.
Yeah.
You know, some of them, I guess, are easier to ride on the track than others. What's your secret when you get a difficult horse?
Just try to get along with them. Sometimes you can figure something out on a horse that they like or what they don't like, but basically you just try to get along with them.
Do you have to love horses to be a jockey?
I think so. I mean, you know, since I was a little kid, I was always around them. I grew up around them. My father rode, and and trained horses, so yeah, you have to like it. You know, you have to like the horses, and otherwise I probably would have chosen something different. All right.
Oh my goodness, it's so amazing. It was just such a great morning. Stuart is an unbelievable jockey. It was really, really good to spend time with him, and he's so calm, which I think is the secret when you're hanging out with these amazing animals. And you know what? He was talking about how fit the horses have to be, but also jockeys have to be really, really fit. Because if you think about the pose they're doing, it's like it's a squat, and then they're also, the horses, it's like weights on your arms, so it's really intense. Stuart has to keep his weight down as well, and he was telling me he eats 1 meal a day. I don't know, what would you think? You seem pretty hungry. I don't think you'd handle 1 meal a day. I definitely couldn't. I don't know what meal. What meal would you pick? I don't know. But you know what? I am sending it back to Derek and Courtney because I'm going to have heaps more horse time.
Wow,
I'm
talk about
coming.
beautiful
Oh my gosh,
animals right there. Also, I don't think I've ever seen a vantage point quite like that.
And listen, Stuart Elliott, a legend in horse racing. So incredible to hear him, get that interview, and for him to be racing today. Thanks so much, Mel. Do appreciate it. Stuart Elliott was just in the 2nd race, and you'll see him again in the 5th race today.
All right, as you can see, it is time now for our Houston Life prize wheel. Every week, we love giving away prizes. And brand new on the wheel today, we do have a gift pack of tickets so you can bring a group of your friends to Sam Houston Race Park for some live racing.
It's a great spot. Today we are spinning for Victoria Henderson from H-Town. She's a certified pharmacy technician for 4 years. And Victoria is a top golf enthusiast, loves playing basketball, and loves some traveling as well. We're spinning for you, girlfriend, and good luck.
All right, good luck, Victoria. I believe I will be the one doing the honors today with my lucky left hand. Let's go for it. We still have that Katie Mills Mall shopping spree worth $1,000. Those Sam Houston Race Park passes, which you won.
There it is.
A 10-pack, Victoria, to Sam Houston Race Park. Congratulations. Bring your family and friends and have a great time at the track.
I love that. You're lucky. Maybe you should go bet on another race.
Maybe so.
Feeling it.
We have a bunch more races still to come. Also, a reminder, if you would like your chance to spin and win live on Houston Life, all you have to do is visit our website, houstonlife.tv. You can sign up right on the homepage, or you can scan that QR code, which is right on your screen. Follow the steps, super easy, and again, totally free.
Congratulations, Victoria. Our producers will be in touch shortly. Well, next, we found the perfect way to cap off a great day at the track. We're heading inside to the Finish Line Bar to try out a few of their signature cocktails.
Yeah, we'll see you inside when Houston Life returns. Don't go away. Welcome back to Houston Life. Today we are joining you from Sam Houston Race Park, where the first races of the 2023 season are underway.
You know, we have changed venues. I have to tell you, inside the building here, it's one of the best places to take a look at the track and also get a little something so you're not dehydrated on race day.
Interesting. And that brings us to Mr. Brad Palmer. He is the park's hospitality manager. Brad, you're going to run us through the menu, and you know, Courtney and I, we love a view and we love a great cocktail. So what are we mixing up today?
I'm going to make y'all a couple of drinks today. We're going to do a smoked old fashioned, and then we're going to do a Texas Ruby Mule.
Ooh.
Both of these drinks are very delicious, refreshing, and it kind of hits, you know, both palates. You got one that is mainly a bourbon drink, and the other one's a vodka-based drink. So
I love it. Well, I'm going to let you get started, Brad, because at Finish Line Bar here, the signature cocktails that you guys have going on right now, this is new, roughly 24 new cocktails. And when you think of horse racing, I typically go to sort of that mint julep, but there's so many other options here.
Yes. Let me get these started for you guys. And it's really all about the show at this bar, making sure that you're getting a good presentation from the drink. So let's get it started with the smoked old fashioned.
Yeah, any cocktail that begins with a blowtorch, you know you've come to the right place.
I wish there was smell-o-vision here. It smells so good. And now we're capturing the smoke, right, for the drink.
Okay, and Brad, are you doing this special for us or anyone who orders this particular cocktail?
This is for every customer that comes up that wants this particular drink.
Okay, so you're smoking the glass.
Yes.
And while you're doing that, what are you mixing up there?
I'm going to mix up some bourbon with a little bit of bitters.
Oh, okay, good choice. The races are always so much more fun too with a strong cocktail. Did we mention, Brad, we like it really strong? I mean,
I think maybe
I
think he's maybe heard that once or twice.
Oh no!
You know, while Brad is still mixing up, here's our smoke and the wood chips in here really soaking up in the glass. I have a feeling we may try this at home at some point, right?
Do you have adult supervision at home, Courtney?
Well, I mean, not me. Orlando can
Brad,
do
can
it.
you go to Courtney's house and supervise?
So
Absolutely.
this is a soft stir that you're not shaking it.
No. This drink does not get stirred. We're actually going to pour this over a big ice cube, and then we're also going to flavor the rim of the glass with a orange peel.
Great.
Oh, okay.
Let's
so
go
fancy.
ahead. These should be ready for us.
Oh, nice and smoky.
I love it. I can see your mouth is watering, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and part of the fun, I think, of having a cocktail in this location, Brad, is watching you go to work, watching a handcrafted cocktail come to life.
So we've got the orange rim, and now we're ready to pour, I believe. We got the giant ice cube. The presentation's everything.
It does look so, so beautiful. A delicious cocktail takes time, right?
It does. It's art.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Brad Palmer.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
To the races.
To the races. And the next one on the menu is the Texas Ruby Mule, Brad. So maybe you can tell us what's in that while we try the old fashioned.
This is a grapefruit vodka and a cucumber vodka.
Okay.
With ginger beer. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite cocktails.
I'm a fan of the mules, and I love anything with grapefruit in it, so I'm really excited about this one.
And this is going to give you like sort of a mint julep feel, right? Maybe it's just a copper cup, right? That feels
it may be
appropriate
yes.
for the races.
I'm really enjoying this. I didn't know I liked old fashions.
Also, you taste you smell the smoky flavor even before the taste, Brad. Nicely done.
It really enhances it. I feel very fancy.
You are fancy. Brad might not think we're fancy. We feel fancy though. Okay, so the Texas Ruby Mule, Deep Eddy, grapefruit vodka, effin' cucumber vodka, lime, Gosling's ginger beer, and fresh mint. What are you finishing that off with? A little ginger beer there?
This is ginger beer.
Fantastic.
And the garnish, really. They always say you eat with your eyes first, right?
Absolutely.
Fresh grapefruit.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Brad, thank you very much.
Thank you, Brad. Cheers, Courtney, to you. Brad, cheers to you.
Pleasure.
And
My
cheers to
pleasure.
the
I
Finish
hope you
Line
enjoy.
Bar and all these signature cocktails this season.
That's right. While we enjoy these cocktails, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But after the break, we're going to go back on the track with the jockeys and horses. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Houston Life will be right back. Cheers.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Houston Life. Courtney Zavella, I cannot believe this hour has flown by. What an honor it has been to be here at the track, Sam Houston Race Park, on the very first day of the 2023 season.
It really has been fantastic, and to have this vantage point right here alongside the track, along with everybody else on this beautiful day. We're getting ready for the third race of this season. We want to remind you that live racing begins at 1 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for this season. Thoroughbred racing is going on now through April 8th. January 28th, there's a Houston Racing Festival, quarter horse racing coming up on April 21st and June 17th. And when you think about coming out to the race park, definitely do this with your family.
Do it with your family. Keep an eye also on their calendar of events by visiting their website, shrp.com. You can see on your screen the Camel and Ostrich race is happening, Texas Champions Day, Wiener Dog races, the astronaut races. There's a great time to be had by all. And in case, again, you have not been out to the park, we are off Beltway 8 between 249 and 290. If you're coming from the city, it's a straight shot up 290 and a super fast trip. We're taking a live look at what is happening on the track right now. Races run approximately every 20 minutes, give or take a few here and there. But Courtney, I think we're going to have to brush up on our betting skills for the next round.
I mean, I think maybe we need a few more classes, but I have to tell you, all of that is available available here for you to learn, to come out and enjoy. Of course, the finish line is right behind us. There's the winner's circle. After every race, you can go and see the horse that won. And remember, get all the action of all the fun stuff. Head over to our website to check out all the details.